There's a difference between something meaningful and something deep. It doesn't have to be poetic, doesn't have to be a crazy heartbreak situation, but being clear on your words and certain about your words and really standing behind them makes all the difference.
Where do great song ideas come from? And even if you know what you want to write about, how do you turn that inspiration into meaningful lyrics?
In this studio deep dive, we get to sit in the writer's room with multi-Grammy award-winning songwriter H.E.R. and see an idea being born, developed, and shaped into a song.
And what we're going to see H.E.R. do in this video is really a simple but effective technique for crafting great lyrics out of an initial idea. So let's dive in.
When it comes to writing a song, it's not about what's the most impressive. It's about what feels good, what feels authentic, what feels like it's the perfect foundation of what you want to say or what you might want to say. So I'm listening to my melody and it almost sounds like I'm saying some words, even though I'm not really saying anything. I heard like, I don't want you, da-da-da. Could be, and this is a big word, but it sounds like maybe it's inspiring a concept of like an ultimatum or something, you know, something cool like, I don't want your ultimatum, you know, I'm not sure what else rhymes with ultimatum, but we're gonna brainstorm that. And it's a good starting point maybe for a chorus. A lot of times when I come up with the music first, I think about what the music feels like in my life personally. Maybe it feels like in love, but it's complicated, and I feel like that's a lot of people's life. So I kind of just let the music take me. It inspired somewhat of a word like ultimatum, which is a very strange word, but for some reason it's resonating with me. And I can use the mumbles and some of the things I said to think about maybe what I'm subconsciously thinking or something that I might be feeling that relates to some of the mumbles and some of the words, maybe the moods that I've already touched on. But there is no plan. We're just going with it. We're letting the music dictate what feels right. We're letting the music take us to whatever place that it's supposed to go. Da-di-da-da, something. Do something I just wanna. And I hope and you wonder. You know, so you kind of just have to experiment with mumbles and experiment with some words to see where this verse lives and what the possibilities are, and I think gibberish helps. So a lot of times when working in the studio, I may sing something that is straight mumbles and somebody will go, "Did you say this word?" And I'm like, "No, but that could work," you know? And so you just never know what could happen if you just say whatever comes to your mind and whatever feels right to you. Don't worry about it sounding pretty when you're just coming up with it. Don't worry about it just being a la 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 or a doo 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 doo. You know, it could be anything that you want it to be because you really want to just find some of those words that work.
We love this moment in H.E.R.'s process because we've just seen her come up with the central theme of the song, and it's emerged from this process of doing the mumbles, as she calls it, and really playing around with the melody, and from that process emerges this word ultimatum.
This is actually a really crucial moment in the songwriting process here because once she comes up with that one word, ultimatum, it is from that word, from that concept, from the theme of ultimatum that everything else flows.
And what's also important to note here is that she's trusting the process. She's not putting too much pressure on herself. She's playing around with the chords. She's coming up with some melodic ideas and she's creating space for this idea to emerge. And when it does emerge, she grabs onto it and she moves forward with it.
And what we see as she moves through the lyric writing process from this point on is that every single line of lyric is tightly connected to that word. Every line of lyric is anchored to that central theme of ultimatum.
You know, when we talked about the theme ultimatum, it almost sounds like something is conditional or something is, you know, it's hindering you and you have to make a choice. Or maybe you're making the other person make the choice. Maybe you're giving the ultimatum, but who knows? I just want to see you. I hope that you've been okay. da-da-da-da-da. I also talked about yearning. So maybe it's something, you know, along the lines of like, maybe I pushed them away or maybe they pushed me away. Da-da-da-da, push it. Need you. Act like I don't need you. Act like I don't need you. I like that idea. Maybe not act like, maybe I don't need you. And so know that I don't need you. But I don't want to be too stern because I'm thinking about that yearning or thinking about that anticipation to something, so I might not want to jump to a conclusion just yet in the song. I just want to see you. I hope that you win, okay. Let's keep it light. Oh, it seems like I don't need you, maybe. 'Cause you're done your own way, but you've been in your own way. It could be cool. I'm happy with it. I'm happy. So if you do get stuck, you have to remember what your story is. Reading through it, not even singing through it, and just realizing what you're saying will help you think of the ways to continue the conversation and ways to continue the story. But a tip, follow the storyline. Think about what you're saying. Really think about what you're saying. I don't need you. Kind of like that. I don't wanna be your favorite. I just wanna be your only. I don't wanna be your favorite. Maybe that's the distance. That's the reason for the distance and for the hesitation and giving the person a little bit, but not giving them, you know, everything. But letting them know, like, I do care, but not enough to maybe compromise or take a certain kind of ultimatum. Okay. We're getting somewhere on the second half. We're introducing a new idea. I think I chose those lines because it's just enough of a new thought that kind of explains the first half. You know, I said I just want to see you, hope that you've been okay. No, you think that I don't need you because I've been going my own way. I don't want to be your favorite. I just want to be your only. So it's like I've been going my own way for this reason. So it's kind of explaining, you know, that I want to see you, but I've been going my own way for, you know, because of this. So always think about the why. Always think about how to continue the story, maybe introduce another idea, or maybe you stay in that moment, but you don't ever want to keep repeating the same idea and the same kind of words, but just rephrased. You know, then it starts to feel like fillers. Every single line counts. Sometimes you have to ask questions like, you know, why did I come to this conclusion? And that may help you come up with the next lines.
This is where we see her really developing the story by asking herself this question, why? Why does she feel this way? Or what does the word ultimatum really mean to her in this context? But always keeping it tightly connected to the theme that she established earlier on.
If the only way to keep you. Oh, it could be cool to say if I'm not your only. If I'm not the only. Because then we say if the only way to keep you. So it's like all of these conditions. It's almost like I'm listing a bunch of conditions. And love is supposed to be unconditional to me. So I think these are like deal breakers. I think we're getting to a ultimatum kind of thing.
What we can see here is that she is making a really deliberate effort with every single line to make sure that it's moving meaningfully towards her theme, which we can also really call the title.
So how do you develop an idea into a whole song? Well, one of the ways you can do it is by establishing this theme or this title really early on. And then as you move forward with the song, everything else comes out of that title, but everything else also connects back to it. It's the thing that keeps everything connected and together.
Don't want the pain that came with your options. Ooh, don't want the pain that came with your options. That is a bar. That's a bar. Don't want the pain that came with your options. I like the play on that and the inner rhyme, the rhyme that's going on in the middle of the line. And I like that idea because it's now getting a little bit more honest. Like, if I have to play your game, there's a lot of hurt that comes with that, and I don't want that. So I like that line. Don't want the pain. Maybe at this point in the story, because I was a lot in the self-reflection, and I kind of said, because I've been going my own way. So instead of continuing that self-reflection, maybe I talk about the other person and maybe what they've been doing or in the meantime, or maybe where their head is at. Maybe that's the approach.
Ooh, I try to save it, giving you an ultimatum. Take it.
Maybe it's just take it, like, take it. Don't try to convince me of anything else. I'm not gonna compromise myself, you know, take it. Take it. Don't take me for granted. That sings really nice. I'm done and so frustrated. Yeah, that's cool, because we're playing on take it. So I continued the line from the chorus, I'm giving you an ultimatum, so take it, and then say, don't take me for granted. That's kind of cool because I'm continuing the thought and then using take it as a transition to get into something else and another idea, which I really like, actually. I think it's a cool way to say, you know, what I'm trying to say here. So take it, don't take me for granted. It's kind of cool. Because I really should be leaving. I like how that is conversational, and it's like, because I should be leaving physically or I should be leaving the situation, which I kind of like because we're playing on the story, saying, giving you an ultimatum without saying like, take it or leave it, literally in the second verse. It's like, take it, don't take me for granted, because I really should be leaving. That's kind of a cool way to, I think it's a clever way of saying like, take it or leave it without saying take it or leave it.
Oh, oh, I ain't gonna try to change you, giving you an ultimatum. Don't take me for granted. I really should be leaving, 'cause the way that you've been acting, oh baby, I'm frustrated, yeah, 'cause I love you and I hate it. If it's the only way to keep you, well, baby, you can't have it.
It's starting to feel like a song.
Here are 4 action steps that you as a songwriter can put into practice immediately. Number 1, pick a really simple chord progression. We're talking 2 or 3 chords max and play it on a loop.
Number 2, sing a melody over those chords or try out different melodic ideas and keep the chords going round and round until you find something that you like.
Number 3, listen out for a theme, phrase, or title that emerges out of that melody.
And number 4, as you start writing lyrics, make sure that every lyric you write relates back to that theme or that title.
Making sure that every line of lyric connects back to your clear theme is one of the simplest and most effective techniques for developing and finishing your songs.
And if you want even more great tips on lyric writing and ways to generate great ideas, check out this video here. Happy songwriting.
See you guys.
Bye.